think it's 9 a.m.
We have,
Hi.
we don't care about John. John just.
You keep doing your thing.
We've
We're
been
live,
hot.
so whatever the topic.
Oh my
you
gosh,
guys
we are
tell me what
live.
the
As
topic
As long as
is.
the IRS is
Hi,
not
John.
listening to this,
Oh,
you're
Lord.
all right, yeah?
Oh, the IRS is listening to everything.
We're just a bunch of tax
Yeah.
cheats up here in
Yeah, so it's the
Washington.
NSA.
Hey guys, welcome to our
Hello,
daily
John.
success
Hi,
call. How's
John.
everybody doing today?
Hi, John.
Good.
And all my
Hi.
friends who are here with us today. There's Sharon and Heather, Lynn. Hey guys, Howard. I see Julian,
Hello.
of course, Therese. Hello, Rusnita. Gail, you're looking chipper today, Gail, as always. There's Ego and Tony and Adam. Welcome, Jamie. Good to see you, brother. Hi, Prima. Hey, Alan, Evelyn, Carlene. Awesome stuff. What a great group we've got here, huh? There's Esther. She's driving again. Hey, Mary. We're going to have a fun little conversation today about some good stuff. Let me go ahead and mute the mics. Here we go. Everyone can unmute themselves. But I was hearing you guys have a little chuckle about, now we're sharing screen. See what happened when I leave screen security open? There we go. That's handled now. So I heard you guys having a little conversation about tax jurisdictions and WhatsApp. Who was talking about WhatsApp? Come on out here. Tell me about that, because I personally hate WhatsApp. Hate it. Am I supposed to like it? Am I supposed to use it? I mean, I've got it on my phone. Who here uses WhatsApp and has some advice for me on that? Lottie?
Everybody uses WhatsApp.
Everybody?
It was me.
Well,
that
it was Julian.
championing-
Not that I'm throwing him under the
championing
bus, but it was Julian.
Julian, tell us, what's the story with WhatsApp? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, it is a good thing. It's a good messaging service. Most people use it in Europe. I've just had a conversation with Stuart, and he just said, "What?" And I said, "WhatsApp." So he's just downloaded it and messaged me on WhatsApp. So it's good. You can send. It's good for group chats. So there's a UK WhatsApp group. So everybody's added to that. You can send one message and it goes to a group of people. You can private message within it. No, it's good. It's a good tool. But also, as long as you've got internet connection, you can video call on it and you can make telephone calls on it. They don't cost you anything.
So why is it better than Skype? I live on Skype pretty much.
I don't know. We just
Neslin coming in here from the UK, if I may.
Yes.
WhatsApp has its benefits, but it also has its disbenefits. It can be a huge waste of time with people sending you a lot of rubbish. And so I do use WhatsApp, but I use it by appointment. And so most of the times I turn it off. Unless I have any appointments, I only check it about once per week, because it can really divert you from your business. Complete.
You're right.
But also,
Get 100
but also,
updates all day
great.
long.
It's also great for this kind of stuff, but text only, where although you do get the same thing that happens in Facebook, in reality, you get this idea as well, where people exchanging ideas. I'm with my choir. I'm on WhatsApp, and we exchange messages. We can go personally. We can talk as the group. Sometimes the group chat goes a bit off plan.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you can actually add another one where it's information out only. So that set of the information can be prioritized.
Right.
But you
Okay.
can also turn off the notifications, because your phone, if you leave your notifications on, like I'm in a group with a load of mates of mine and they just send nonsense to each other all day and your phone's binging all day long, you can turn the notifications off. It's good, John. You should explore it.
That's right.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
works over Wi-Fi, so that's
Yeah.
the key. And for example, we use it to speak to our children or our brother-in-law that lives in Germany, and it's for free. Now you make it what you want of it. You want to have it focused for a work group, and that's all you want it for. So the rubbish, like our friend from the UK mentioned, I don't get that. I am very particular on who I have on my WhatsApp, but it has actually helped us a lot with our family in Costa Rica, in Nicaragua, and then in Germany. And that's what we use it for. But
Yeah, I use
So
mine for my family in Switzerland, and I don't get any of these ads or things
No,
that
they're
you're
not.
talking about.
They're not ads. They're not ads. What it is, you don't get any ads or anything. You only get messages from people that you're either in a group or they WhatsApp you. So if you're in a group from people, if you're including a group and they're sending a load of nonsense, so there's no ads or anything on it. I've never used Skype on a phone, John, but on a mobile device, it's dead easy to WhatsApp stuff. So that's
Sure.
probably just why it's easy.
I think my
Everybody
main
uses it.
thing, and we'll hear one or two more comments, and then we'll get into the
Yeah,
question that I wanted
absolutely.
to ask you all today. One or two other comments on that?
So, John, I've got a comment. So, from a professional point of view, you asked what's the difference between Skype and WhatsApp. Skype is more professional, been in the game for longer, owned by Microsoft, whereas WhatsApp is more of like a social platform, although it's used for business in Asia, especially in Asia, actually, it's owned by Facebook.
John, can I add something?
You can, and then I wanted to hear from Ethne. Go ahead, Jose.
Yeah, we have lots of those tools for messaging like Skype, WhatsApp, Messenger, WeChat, and there's another one called Telegram. They all do pretty much the same. The main point is all down to management and rules and regulations. So people have to come up with some rules and know exactly what to share and not waste too much time. So the tool is ready for us to use. We just need to learn how to do it. That's all.
Very good. Ethne, you had a comment as well?
I was just saying, I have family spread around the world, and it's the easiest way to connect with them, and it's free. So it's good for the free point of view.
Very good. So I've been using Skype since the dark ages. It was my first exposure to voice over IP, and it's got video, and you can do up to 10. And now, people were saying, well, we got WhatsApp, and I've got WhatsApp. I've had it for years. I dread using it because I get all these people, because it syncs with all the contacts. And now anybody who's got my phone number wants to send me spam basically on WhatsApp. And I'm like, so maybe it's just a bad taste in my mouth based on some of the things that I've gotten from people via WhatsApp. Yeah. And I'm thinking, how many platforms do I need? Now Facebook Messenger, we can do video chats and groups. I guess they're trying to muscle in on Zoom's territory, which Zoom has exploded with all this teleconferencing, right? So we got 246 people joining us live right now. Good to see you guys. Plus I'm pushing it out to YouTube. Plus I'm not being censored by Facebook, which likes to shut down communication all the time. I don't know. Maybe they're going to do that on our Messenger too. I don't know. Half the time I can't even send a link on Facebook, right? They're blocking links and everything else. So it's complete authoritarianism on Facebook. So I've got a personal issue with that. WhatsApp might be wonderful. Maybe it's just that I've been using Skype for a long time.
And I know you need to move on. The only thing with WhatsApp that was a concern, because it wasn't originally, it's now owned by, is it Facebook have bought it or somebody bought it? But before it was encrypted end-to-end messages. So actually it was used by a lot of criminal organizations because the police couldn't intercept them. And normally on anything you send, your mobile phone, Big Brother can see it. But WhatsApp, it was encrypted end to end. So actually people couldn't read the messages. So
I use Telegram for business a lot on that. I've got business teams that I run, and we're all on Telegram, not Skype.
Right.
Telegram is very limited in what it does, but it is rock solid.
It's bulletproof. Yeah.
Hey, John, can I say something, please?
Yes, Doreen.
Yes, I just wanted to update people on the group here that WhatsApp has upgraded its version. There is a business, you can download WhatsApp, and then you specify that you want it for business. And that part actually is amazing. It helps you to, sorry about that. It helps you to advertise your work. It has a lot of auto messages to those who send you messages, so it can block them. And it's amazing. It's not only for social, it can also be used for business.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
So yeah, I use Skype as a voice over IP. I'm on the phone all day with England and Australia and everywhere else. In fact, I pay Skype. I've got a subscription to have however many minutes to the UK or to worldwide or whatever. And that's for people who aren't on Skype. I've noticed some of you, especially in England, I've asked you what are you on Skype? And you've said, no, we all use FaceTime. I'm like, okay, well, that's nice if you have an Apple device, which is about half the people, right? So is it FaceTime now? Is it WhatsApp? Is it Facebook Messenger, the new version of Facebook Messenger, which just came out with a Mac native application on Mac OS, which I'm like, yes, I don't have to log into Facebook to actually get my Facebook Messenger. So we got all these different platforms, right? I got all this. I got Slack, Skype, Telegram, WhatsApp. What's the other one? Facebook Messenger. And yeah, I've got all this stuff running at all times on all devices.
I just spoke to my two sisters in Australia 2 nights ago on the Messenger thing. And it's great because you look at each other just like we're doing now. So
Right.
I use that as well.
But you can't have 258 people live and push it
No,
out to YouTube.
no, I don't think so. We
Right.
had 3.
Right. So I pay $20 a month for Zoom plus the big room for 500 capacity is another $50. So I'm in it for $70 a month or whatever it is, and I'm on it all day every day. That and Skype, I probably pay Skype about $50 just for using the phone services.
You have to pay for Skype.
Maybe I just need to figure out WhatsApp so I can talk to all my British friends like Julian for free on WhatsApp. So,
you don't want to do that.
Okay.
But just
All
one
right.
thing, John, I was going to add that we when I was working for a financial services company, we had a cyber attack. It brought down all of our internet. We had to shut it down so they couldn't access us. Brought down all the voice over IP phones and everything. And the only way we could then communicate, we set up WhatsApp groups for the management and everything to communicate over 4G so that we could then still communicate while shutting out the outside world. If you get a cyber attack on some of your systems and you lose your voice over IP, then you need a backup, and we use WhatsApp to do that.
I think Graham is not only correct there. I do believe that WhatsApp is still encrypted. It is
Yeah,
a
it
very
is, yeah.
secure network. It is a very, very secure network, John.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
also it's used by the majority of people in Europe in comparison to Skype and Zoom.
Okay.
Because it's
So
free.
Skype is Swedish originally, anyway. No, Danish from Denmark. So interesting that Europe would be all up on the WhatsApp thing. Okay, thank you,
I've got
Tony.
one last thing to say. I'm
Yes,
sorry
go
I
ahead.
mentioned it. All right.
Okay, very good. Very good. So here's what I wanted to do. You got the thinker up there, Julian. You got the thinker, and it looks like you got some scales up there, some apothecary
Yeah,
scales.
I have got. Yeah, it's Rodin's the thinker. I have got it up there, and I've got a little Chinese chap carrying some scales.
Oh, look at that. Oh, so all right. Yeah, I thought it was maybe like a actual balancing scale. All right, very
Scales
cool.
of justice. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Nice aesthetics. Okay, so here's what I wanted to do today. Now that we're almost 13 minutes in, I just wanted to ask you guys an important question. We had asked the coach yesterday. That was fun, right? We had a rock solid hour, like bell to bell, and Amanda was very gracious with her time. And listening to the questions that you guys had and a lot of the stuff which centered around logistics and tech and things like that, specific to Amazon. I was thinking, you know what, as the director of success, which is my title, I suppose, what is my product? My product is you happy and successful, making money on Amazon. And there's a lot that goes into that. I can't produce that, I can't do that for you, right? I can't say, oh, well, I'm going to go create this product now. It's you happy and successful on Amazon. You have to participate in that. But what I can do, and what a lot of you have indicated that I have been instrumental in fostering is you being able to do that for yourself. And in fact, having a pleasing experience doing that, because look, you guys don't need me or Blue Sky or any of this to go if you want to be miserable, right? You can go get a job. You can do whatever you want and go be miserable. You don't need me for that, right? So we're here to uplift ourselves and each other. And I think that's happening to a large degree. So what I want to know, my question for you, so instead of ask the coach, it's ask the field, if you will, the field meaning all of us, right? What is your biggest challenge? Not necessarily specific to Amazon, because I know the answer, if you're brand new here, the answer is setting up my account and figuring out logistics and the technicals. That's your biggest challenge as a newbie. If you're not a newbie, your biggest challenge, I already know, is product selection, right? Which, by the way, that never ends. That's the rest of your career. You get to be in the product selection, all that. So, okay, I understand that. I got that. So what I'd like to know is, because here's my thoughts, as you are in business is as you are in life, right? In fact, I've predicated most of my teaching and of course my operating strategy in my own businesses on that one fact. Look, if I'm someone who, let's say, for example, perseveres, right? Which means through severity, through difficulties, right? Persevere through severity. If I'm someone who perseveres, that's part of my character, well, that will show up regardless of the modality, the action, the doingness, right? Right? Because I already am. I'm being a perseverant person, okay? Or I'm being an organized person. Therefore, I am organized, and therefore that's how I show up in this or that. Or on the, on the not so resourceful side, procrastination, perhaps. Indecision. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. Time management, activity management. We've talked about this stuff before. So what I want to know is you as a human, as a being, as a person who happens to be participating in Amazon and doing that with the intent of success, right? I mean, no one is here to just be, miserable and fail, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be tuning in. By the way, there's a lot of people who aren't tuning in. So that's okay too, I guess, whatever your path is. But for the most able people, which is who I'm talking to right now, and I know some of you aren't on here live because it's 2:00 in the morning, right? Hey, Debbie. And I told Debbie I'd give her a shout out in Sydney. So it's 2:00 in the morning over there. I know you'll be catching the replay. Got to meet with her yesterday. But for the most able people, what my question is for you is there one thing or a couple of things that you could put your finger on and say, you know what, that's the thorn in my side. And if I could solve that, wow, that would be great. As it relates to your own personal success and productivity. The floor is open. I'd love to hear feedback from you guys.
I got one.
Candy, you've got the floor, my friend.
If you could just tell me where this goes in my new machine, I could be very productive today.
So we're back to technical. Okay, really, if that's the bane of your life, right? If that's that keeps showing up, Candy, are we having a joke or is that for real?
No, this is very for real.
Okay.
I've been working on where this goes for like 2 days.
Okay, I don't even know what that is.
Looks like a fairly integral
It's about
part.
cord and a camera and
What's the orange thing in front?
Looks like
Candy,
it's a major
circular
part.
file.
Candy, do YouTube. YouTube it.
That's good.
I'm YouTubing it. I'm still wondering.
Everybody
You need
knows
to buy
what
the right
GTS
machine it fits in.
Everybody
I
knows what
think it's a very-
GTS means.
I think it's a
Okay.
very expensive doorstop.
Ew, don't say that. Waited too long for this.
Okay, so Candy,
Didn't it come with a manual?
so this is a chronic condition of machinery in your life. That's an issue. That's a stop.
Can't be productive without it.
Okay, so that's a stop. All right, well, I can't solve a particular technical issue right now, but it's interesting to know that low tech would be something that could serve you, right? So let's say looking at opportunities for you to advance in life, it could be more like low tech opportunities because you and computers don't seem to be friends. All right, so would that be like a viable solution? I'm not telling you to go be Amish right now or anything, although.
I'm hoping the answer to my problem lies within Mark's head.
Okay.
I plan on tapping him after this thing, saying help.
Fantastic. Thank you. All right. So Mark, you're hired. So let's go. We got a bunch of hands up. Let's go to Jamie. We'll do this, I guess, somewhat orderly. Jamie, what would be the one thing, Jamie Young, that tell me what's going on with you?
I have two. Because I have a full-time job and working the Amazon thing is time management. So it's not that I think I'm fairly organized, but it's a juggling act, as I think everybody is probably dealing with a lot of things. So that's a challenge. It's become a challenge, and my impetuousness is I want this to happen yesterday. So I have to pump the brakes, and do this the right way. I think I mentioned this on a couple calls ago, but I need to pump the brakes and get this thing in order the way it's supposed to. I haven't even had a coaching call yet because I want to make sure that I have my homework done and that I'm prepared when I get on the call so I don't waste that hour. But there's, as we all know, there's so much information coming at us that it's compartmentalizing it and organizing it. And, those are the two at the top of the list.
So time and basically overwhelmed.
I wouldn't say I'm overwhelmed. I just, the time management is just, I got a full-time job, I can't take my eyes off that, because if I don't produce in that position, I have a team that I manage, and if I don't do what I'm supposed to do, that's gonna, that's the catalyst to allow me, to pay the bills and do the things I need to do while I'm transitioning to this new Amazon, to my self-employment. So I have to juggle that. So I have to, it's get up early or stay up late. And then the other thing is I just want, I'm an original East Coaster, so I want the stuff to happen yesterday. So
Sure.
I'm not overwhelmed. I just have to be able to focus on what I need to focus when I need to.
Are you a multitasker?
Oh yeah. I think I can do that fairly well.
Okay. Because I'm not, like, at all. I'm like laser focused on one thing. Like, I can't even read the chat roll and talk at the same time.
I can't do like 5 or 6, 7 things. I can do 2 or 3 maybe, but then if I try to do more, then it's everything gets lost. Something's going to suffer if you spread yourself too thin, as everybody knows. I
got it. Okay. So then perhaps, and I know a lot of people can relate to that. Okay. So perhaps there's an opportunity for delegation in there, which is not one of my strong suits, by the way. So I'm laser focused, and I was kind of born or raised into the idea that if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of tough, right? So now I need to know everything, and I need to do everything, and I can only do one thing at a time because I can't do multiple things. And I've heard people say multitasking is kind of a myth. What you're actually doing is you're just shifting your focus again and again and again and again. Hopefully you're getting something done, right? Which is why my favorite word is done, because now at least I know I accomplished something. Jamie, great insights. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hi, John. Can I say something, please?
Yes, Doreen.
Sure. I wanted to help Jamie about the same, because I've been into the same situation. So I wanted to let you know that if you can put into practice the 12 weeks plan as they give here, it's going to change everything. That sense of being overwhelming actually drags you backwards. So what you have to do, you have to plan your the achievables, the things that actually you can achieve in your small time, since you already have another job. And then the most important part is come up with a group of 3 people in this chat room who have the same challenge of time with you, and then create a warm group, the weekly the weekly meeting, so that you can ask each other how far are you, but look for the people who have the same challenge, so that you can have like reasonable goals and tactics, or attach the whatever you can do in the time that you have. And then you won't feel overwhelmed with your achievements. You'll be realistic with the time that you have, and you will go at your pace. Thank you.
Thank you. And you know what? Here's the interesting thing, Doreen, is that when we get into highly productive people, right? Like Jamie, and I'm just getting to know you, so I'm considering yourself as well. So we have goals, right? Obviously, we've got a reason to show up. We got a reason to do more than the average person who watches 5 hours of television a day. So because of that, we also, I think, could be a bit critical of ourselves. Something you said, Doreen, which was so huge, was going backwards with the I would say the negative emotions, the self-deprecation, or the things where I'm inadequate, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm somehow less than. That is the downward spiral. And I'll tell you what, just the idea that we can recharge our batteries in a forum like this, or whatever you're doing. You're reading the book, right? Here's the 5-second rule. Here's Miracle Morning. Just the fact that we can do stuff like that and uplift ourselves. I got to do that every day. I've been studying this stuff for 30 something years. Out of necessity. My life wasn't working, right? And now arguably it does, right? I'm a few $1 million down the road. That's cool. But I haven't arrived or anything, right? I could be swimming in the minutia of it all, which was kind of why I got a bit of a chuckle when Candy held up computer parts to me as the first person out here today on our topic. And I was like, okay, is that where it's at, right? Computer parts. So, but yeah, we can get to the point where we actually diminish ourselves emotionally and do less. So what you said there, I thought was very, very interesting, Doreen. Let's go to Tony in the UK, and we got a bunch of hands up. My goodness, I want to hear from everybody who wants to share. Tony, sir, you've got the floor. Tony.
Okay, can you hear it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. One of the points I had, or one of the things that I find sometimes clogs things up, when we're doing product selection, I keep on thinking about innovative products, new products, and I know that they don't fit the current model that we have. But there's no modules within what we do that helps people like me within the membership who have got innovative products. Now, one of the difficulties with innovative products is, of course, you've got to have the budget as well to develop them. So although I've got the ideas, the budget isn't there as much as I'd like it to be. But equally, it's a question of how do you deal with innovative products on Amazon?
Oh, okay. So an Amazon specific issue, actually two issues. One is more logistical. How do you deal with these innovative products? Secondly is just a question of capital.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not to sound trite or anything, but I'll refer to Wallace D. Wattles in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, where he said, and this is all he said about it, by the way, if you lack capital, you can get capital. That was the entire topic as far as lack of resources. One sentence. So not validating the idea of lack. And so again, we're more on the philosophical side of this. But I tell you what, and this is just between you and me, Tony, and the 257 people who are listening in right now. So just us girls talking here today, right? So I had a point in my career where I had lost pretty much everything. After having succeeded and having made millions, lost pretty much everything, had to start over, and was selling stuff out of my garage on eBay. You guys in England, you've heard of eBay?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We're talking about WhatsApp and everything else, right? There's a thing called eBay, right?
Yeah.
So because I had an opportunity, right, and it was going to cost some money to get things going. So I was selling old electronics and stuff. I used to do like some semi-pro audio kind of work, right? So here's amplifiers and mixing boards and things like that. And I raised capital, and I was in profit in my first week, with the intent of being in profit in my first week, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, let me go sell some crap and go on vacation. So as far as the capital thing, yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But as far as specific instruction, and this is, Tony, I would say, let's go ahead and hit customer support at knowledgesource.com.au. If the lovely Nina could go ahead and put that in the chat, that would be fantastic. So customer support would deserve to hear about that, right? Because maybe that's something they could add to the course, because I know they're updating and expanding course material. Yeah. So there you go. Thank you, Nina. Innovative products. Here's one other thing I'll say about that. And my goodness, we're almost a half hour in, and we got a lot of people that want to talk. So we're going to go rapid fire here. But the other thing is, Tony, over 80% of the people who sell on Amazon also sell off platform. So Amazon is the largest retail platform. It is a retail platform. I bought stuff just the other day, not from Amazon. It was online. It was e-commerce. In fact, I do a lot of e-commerce work as a buyer and a business, right? Off of Amazon. Let's say, for example, what are we doing right here? We got Blue Sky, right? This whole course material and all that wasn't sold to you on Amazon. That's an intangible product. That's an information product. All right. So maybe, Tony, it's not Amazon in the case of whatever innovative. We don't need to hear specifically what it is, but yeah, maybe there's Tony.com or something that's about to happen, and you crush it, and maybe it never touches Amazon. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that helps. But if there's a demand, well, let's go ahead and create some delivery there for those people.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, always good to see you, brother. 2 days in a row. 2 days in a row with no sunglasses for Tony. I almost didn't recognize him. Let's hear from Christy, and then we're going to go to Craig Penn. Christy, go ahead. Your question.
I just wanted to say to Tony and to everyone here, but if you have an innovative product, that means you have an innovative mind. You came up with that idea, and then you've created the product. So you are innovative. That's part of who you are. So if you're innovative, you can figure this out. You just have to be innovative on how to make it happen. And you can make it happen because your mind is so brilliant and so beautiful. You just have to believe in it and understand you are innovative. So the sky's the limit. Just want to say that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
can I say something?
Yeah, we want to get to Craig next, but let's go ahead, Leah. Go ahead, Leah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm not sure that it doesn't fit the model, because if it solves a problem, that there might be other products out there that are similar but don't solve that problem, then I think it does fit. It can fit the model.
Fantastic. And did you have a specific, Leah? I know your hand was up as well. And then we are going to Craig Prim next. But Leah, did you have a specific like thorn in your side? Like, this is the one thing, if I could solve that, that would be great.
Well, for me, I'm not sure, it's both time management and discipline, because I really enjoy the product research. But what I find is that I'll be researching one product and I'll see something that gives me an idea for another one. And I'll go off and I'll start looking at that. And I can get really lost in doing that and spend maybe more. And obviously most products aren't viable ideas, but it's how I can rein in those insights that I have.
Sure. So like squirrel, which could be beneficial if we're hunting squirrels, right? But okay, yeah. As long as it leads to something actionable, and what you're saying is quite often it doesn't. Which, you know what, take credit for that too, Leah. You didn't waste your money on non-viable products. Well, that's cool, right? You just discovered 10 different things that you would never invest in. That's a big win, I think. So give yourself a little bit of credit. Let's go to Craig. Pam, Craig, what's going on?
Hey, everyone. How are you?
Good.
I just want to say first, thank you. You're all awesome and you're very inspirational. For me personally, and this is just my opinion, I really need to work on personal development. And the reason for that is I was very fortunate. I was exposed to this kind of platform, this kind of thing many years ago. And what I mean by many years ago is I don't even know if most of you even knew what The Secret was in 2007. But I did. I was exposed to it. Where am I going with this? Well, I watched a movie way back then. I did a lot of personal development. I did a vision board. Things were going well. Anyway, we go down the road many years later, and things petered off. Things just started to go south. So now I got back into this again. And I guess to make a long story short, is I said to my wife, what was that thing we had? Didn't we have a vision board or something like that? And she said, yeah. So I pulled the vision board out, and on the vision board, it was full, obviously, but on the vision board, because I had done what I had done so many years ago, I had actually accomplished 3 of those things on the vision board. But then, like I said, I stopped and things went south. So guess what? Nothing else on the vision board got done. So now I've taken those things off my vision board. I'm redoing the vision board to make it current. And my motto is I'm just focusing on personal development. I'm in the automotive industry. Everything is extremely negative all the time. So you always have to constantly be running away from negative people and negative things. And it can be a real burden sometimes. So for me, you can never, ever, ever go wrong with personal development. Don't stop. Whether you stop this or anything, personal development, I believe, is key.
Wow. Thank you, Craig. Great insights there. And you know what? There was a time when I stopped personal development because I felt like, I was saturated with it. And I started to decline. And then what I had to do was remind myself of who I am and where I'm going, and kind of rehabilitate that whole willingness to learn. The other part of that too, I think is interesting, is that because we've got a lot of just like in e-commerce, right? You guys are learning from Sophie. She knows how to do Amazon profitably. She's a good person to learn from. There's a lot of charlatans too. I go into the bookstore, assuming there's any bookstores open. And I look on the bestseller rack and it's crap. Oh my goodness. Really? New York Times bestseller? Garbage, at least in my humble opinion, having studied, some of the greatest, thought, in my opinion, over the last, couple thousand years. So anyway, thank you. Thank you so much, Craig. Great insights there, brother. Let's go to, where's Nancy? And then Rusnita. Hey, Nancy, what's going on with you? What would make your life beautiful?
Well, I love what you said, which is as in business, what did you say? As you are in business, you are in life.
Right,
So I
right.
was
It's not like a
thinking
different Nancy showing up, over there than shows up over here. Yeah.
So I see this in how I teach, for example, in yoga and my trainings, is that I am a perfectionist for sure. I love doing things well, and because I have such a keen eye for detail, it trips me up, right? I lose the big picture. That's the first thing. And then connected with perfectionism, of course, is the fear of not getting it right. So I'm already jettisoning myself ahead to opening the seller's account where I don't have utility bills. And how do I get around that? Like, that's tripping me up already. The second thing is comparison. So yesterday it was such a helpful call, right, for people, but here's how it went for me. Just this, I'm not quite there. I finished my 4 modules. I haven't made my first coaching call because I've got these few things that I'm worried about and I'm not sure what exactly the steps are to get there. And so I left feeling like, oh my God, I'm not getting this. I'm so slow. These guys are way ahead of me. So those 2 things, perfectionism and comparison. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's all internal. So we're hearing personal development again, right? That's all internal stuff. That has nothing to do with a handful of computer parts or, something more objective. So thank you so much for that. Let's go to Rusnita. What's going on with you, Rusnita? Rusnita, and then Wayne. We'll go to Wayne next. Rusnita, you've got the floor. Rusnita, and then Wayne. Rusnita, hello.
Yeah. So my
There she is.
problem is, like a lot of women, I think you were talking about multitasking. So I think most women do multitask because we have to be mom, we have to be wife, and you have a career. So I tend to get distracted. So there's just so much to do, and I know I have so much to do. I think after being on here for about a month, I'm past being overwhelmed, but there's still so much to do. So I am delegating whenever possible. Like, I went to Prime to set up the company, but I would love to be able to focus more and just be able to take done more often, rather than sort of start something and that, I got an email coming in, a supplier, and I put that down and start talking to the supplier. So what tips can you give to, like, how can you focus and get done ticked more often?
Right. Okay. So right now I'm gathering information because I've got some ideas on how to best serve the group. And so right now I'm gathering ideas, but I've got a tip for that I'll give you right now. Here's an easy one. Turn off your email client. So whatever the email client is, Apple Mail, Outlook, whatever it happens to be, quit the application, turn it off. Your inbox is everyone else's agenda for you. Not your agenda, it's their agenda, right? So, and now you've got it on your calendar, answer email. And then when you open up your email, you touch it once. If you click on an email, you either respond or delete or file it or whatever you need to do, you touch it once. You never touch it twice. That's hard to do, by the way. I'll get to that one later, but I've got an empty inbox.
Wow.
Yeah. So good. And for those of you who do email me, and if you get like back a 1-sentence answer, right? That's why, because I got so much going on and I've got a huge agenda, and I definitely acknowledge and respect everyone who's communicating, and I communicate back. I just can't write a book. If you write me a book, you're not going to get a book back. Just so you guys know. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Let's go to Wayne, and we're going to talk more about that in the future. Wayne, you've got the floor, and then Ego. Wayne, and then Ego.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate what a lot of people have said here already this morning, because I relate to a lot of that. I guess my thing is being somebody who wants to do everything and having trouble prioritizing what really needs to get done. And so the things that I want to do often get put aside for other things. So so I appreciate what a lot of people have said, but I guess one thing that stands out for me in trying to come up with even my own solution for that is I've worked most of my career in the aviation business, and every plane that takes off has to be under its max weight, and it has to be in balance. And so, you know, just thinking about that a little bit, I was just thinking there's those things that I need to say no to and put them to the side because they're not serving my purpose here. So I guess that's just the one thing I wanted to share is sometimes it just takes saying no and balancing yourself up a bit to get the things done that you really want done.
Wow, great insights there. Thank you, Wayne. And when we get into aviation, there's not a whole room for error, right? So
There is not. It's all about safety there.
There you go. Where's Ego?
I'm here.
There
Hi,
she
everyone.
is.
Hi. So with me, I would say the thorn in my flesh is I'm a type A personality, and
I had no idea.
and you know, I work in tech. I've been in tech for a long time, and you know, the people I work with are all the same. You know, a lot of people say Google actually goes and seeks out type A personalities. So for me, I practice savers, you know, from the miracle morning. I've even automated the affirmation. I say, okay, Google, good morning. And it basically just reads out the affirmations that I've kind of programmed in. So for me, it's that fear of falling back into that type A personality where I'm celebrating the small wins. You know, I'm planning everything. Some days may not go as well as I hope, but then, you know, when I have the small wins, I think, actually, I can do better than that. And I set an even higher goal. So I had supplier calls today, and my son said to me, Mom, I'm proud. You should be proud of yourself. You've actually achieved a lot from where you started 4 weeks ago. But my fear is falling back into that type A personality. I'm not in the workplace now. This is different. I don't have to develop a product now. I don't have to, you know, build strategy around internet technology. This is different. So I think the challenge is stepping away from that personality, not wholly, but in this scenario.
Interesting. So kind of being critical of your own tendency to be very hard charging. Am I hearing you right? Because I mean, I like hard charging. Let's get it done. That's good, right? So what's the downside to that? Are you abrasive towards people? You don't seem abrasive to me.
No, not really. It's just where I you know, I want to always get things done. You know, you say that all the time. But sometimes it doesn't actually happen that way because for reasons outside of my control. And then I kind of beat myself, and, you know, I'm upset that I didn't actually achieve what I wanted to, but the circumstances were outside of my control.
Got it. So kind of a self-deprecation based on inability to hit whatever imagined standards that you assumed for yourself.
Right.
All right, got it.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Interesting. Thank you, Ego. This is instructive, guys. We're gonna go to Kim and then Susie and then Bill McDonald. Kim Handelman, Susie, and then Bill McDonald. Hey, Kim. Where's Kim? Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
So this is hard to admit, but I think I'm a perfectionist, always have been. I'm also type A, come from advertising where everything is just crazy, pressure, busy. And I have found probably 3 real viable products, but I can't seem to choose and move forward. And I think it's fear. What if I pick the wrong one? What if I go down the wrong path? So I find myself looking for more products. And it's like, oh yeah, I've already found ones that hit all the markers, but I'm afraid to move forward.
I see your daughter is beckoning you as well. So, okay. So a lot of undones. Hey, there she is. Hey, Kim's daughter. So look, if the anatomy of success is completing what you start, then the anatomy of failure is not completing what you start. So you can have a whole bunch of incompletes and get nowhere and feel really busy because you are.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a difference between busyness and production.
Right.
So interesting stuff. Very good, Kim. You know what? That takes a bit of introspection to come up with that, because a lot of people would drift right through and never even notice. But why isn't things working out for me? I don't know. It's a big mystery. Oh, what a mystery. Okay. Thank you, Kim. I am so inspired by today's conversation. Let's go to Susie and then Bill and then Khalid. Susie, you've got the floor. Susie Chadwick. Where's Susie Chadwick?
Hello, that's
Here she
better. Hi,
is.
I've got my sound on now. Hi. Mine is very similar to Kim in some respects, because I was, in huge conversations with myself over, shall I do this or shall I do that? Do you think that's right? And, is it going to be successful? And until today, and I thought, well, if I was going to have my new business head on, what would I do? Especially after all the training and everything and choosing the right products and being successful. And I thought, well, my new business head wouldn't do that. And then my other head said, hey, hang on a minute, but I like it. And that's my old me talking. And I thought, well, why can't both exist? Why can't I do both? As long as I'm going to make some money, I can do the things I like and make me feel good, just as being, business headed and, rigid and no, it's got to be X, Y, Z because it'll make more money or it's a better product. There are some things that I just love and it's part of who I am. It might not make much money. I don't think I'll choose something that would make no money, but I'm thinking, okay, I'll just give myself a chance here and, make myself happy.
Got it. By the way, how's your knee?
My knee? That's not too bad, actually. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your insights there, Susie. Awesome.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Bill McDonald and then Khalid and then Therese. Bill, you've got the floor, sir.
Hi, John. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Just a basic difficulty for me, I think, is when I saw Sophie's advert, at first I thought, wow, this is exactly what I need in my life now, because I've always known that I should be doing something different. Cut a long story short, I'm presently retired, but I suffer from severe PTSD and I'm on medication. So today, instead of product research, I spent the day in the garden hacking heavy things just to get my head straight again. But I mean, I love coming on here just to sit and watch all you guys because I find it very inspiring, but I still have to find that kickstart for myself, if that makes sense.
Sure. And so doing something objective is, I think, very therapeutic, right? So you're out in the garden or the yard and you're chopping wood or whatever you're doing there.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well done. And so being able to recognize that that's a nice reprieve or a way to, hit the reset button, so to speak. So perhaps that's the thing, is to have little resets throughout our day where we could say, all right, I've done that. And just like the scheduling of the email, which we talked about before, now it's the scheduling of the walk down the street or something and, dig a ditch or whatever you're going to do, not look at the computer, right?
No, I get that. Yeah, thanks.
All right, my pleasure. Let's go to Khalid and then Therese and then Gail. Hey, Khalid.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to share that I'm not a super perfectionist, or I'm not a fast person. Like, I don't learn very fast, or I don't drive even fast. But what I realize is, even if I go with the same speed into the road, I think the one who is going really fast than me and stuck in the traffic and I'm coming with a slow speed, I catch up with people. That's in life as well. But my biggest problem is I can't do multitask. And when I'm trying to concentrate on something and I try to do multitask, and that is where I get lost. I don't know what I'm doing after half an hour or hour or so, because I'm trying to do everything at the same time. And I do best, I didn't know that I do that. The one you talked about, email at work. I think if I can't give you time now, email, I'm not touching you. I only do when I have time. I'm going to apply that to in real life, but I think a lot of time I'm procrastinated. Try to do a lot of stuff which is not my skill, and I'm not get done a lot of time. If there any advice.
Right. So it's back to a time management or an activity management situation, right? So this keeps coming up, guys. I'm getting good food for thought over here and food for action. What caught my ear while you were talking there, Khalid, was the idea of catching up to other people if they're going faster than you. So is that just competitiveness or like always comparing yourself to others, or?
No, I don't compare to others. But what I found out that even if I'm not comparing, or if I go to in a speed that maybe I'm quite slower than others, but I found out myself, end of the day, the end result, I catch up with people because I try to stay within the speed, what I'm doing. But sometimes I get lost because I'm trying to do multitasking, which is not my skill. And I'm procrastinated. I'm finding, for example, I'm trying to do product research, then I probably end up getting some shopping done on Amazon because I like the product. So I'm just carried away from the stuff I should be doing.
Right. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Great insights there, Khalid. Thank you for sharing. We're going to go to Therese and then Gail and then Adrian. Therese has the floor.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hey, there she is.
Hi. Sorry I missed everyone yesterday. I understand it was a great hour, and I'm looking forward to listening to that recording. I just wanted to say that I too, I think, get a little distracted when I'm searching for products, and I really have to practice, like that 5-second rule. I think the 5-second rule for me helps me refocus. It's easy to go down different spider webs and not actually achieve anything. I also agree with the fear part for me. Like I have a sheet full of things that I've partially researched, but like I'm not getting to that last phase, the phase 4 or the phase 3 of deciding, do I go further with this product? So today is dedicated to just product research. I'm not going to do anything else on my my daily. So those are kind of my things. I think the capital, having capital, and I think we talked last time, one of my biggest fears was addressing some past, some failure from the past, and getting really present with the financial part of it. So I achieved opening my business bank account this week, and I've moved that past. Having a conversation about private capital, someone investing in me privately. So I've got some details laid out for that. So, I mean, I think we all kind of, hit that place where we're bundled up with fear and we kind of stop. And then, but I think that this morning call, at least I know for me, helps me move through that. So sometimes I feel like this overflowing like fountain, I can't possibly take any more in. And I get kind of just stuck there. And then these calls, I think, help the water go down the drain a little bit and move me forward, if I can use that analogy. And I really think this is funny. I have to share it with you guys because it's unbelievable. I do run every morning. And yesterday morning I woke up and it was miserable here. It was just torrential rain. I went anyway, and I went early, and it was kind of funny because I hadn't just done, I did my vision board a couple weeks back, but I'm going to try to show you one of the things on my board. I don't know, I don't have it on the wall quite yet. I don't know if you guys can see the piggy bank. And then there's the bunny with the carrots. Can you see that or is it too blurry?
Yeah, we see a piggy bank, we see a pile of cash and bunny
The
with
bunny with the carrots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So kind of funny. I was on my run yesterday and 3 bunnies. We have a lot of wild bunnies out here. So 3 bunnies crossed my path. And then the next thing that crossed that was in front of me was this cute little piggy coin purse. It was, I was there early. It was like 6 a.m. And I just thought it was really interesting that I came home and I was like, that looks exactly like the piggy bank on my vision board. And it's some little child's coin purse that they lost. And so I was like, okay, what do I do with that? I ran past it the first time and I picked it up and I kind of set it off to the side so that people could, if someone was on the trail, they could see it. And then I was like, wait a minute, that was the universe like talking to me. I think I should pick this little coin purse up. There's nothing in it. It's torn. So it was, someone probably just tossed it. Yes, I've cleaned it and sanitized it. So anyway, I did pick it up on the second go around because I thought I needed to say, thank you, universe. I'm open and ready to receive. So there you go. I just had to
Wow.
share.
Interesting. Thank you, Therese. That's fun. That's fun. We got a few more hands up, and I know we're coming to the top of the hour, so people got to get rolling. But Gail, you've got the floor, then Adrian, then Obi. Gail.
Yeah, hi. For me, I think what slows me down is fear of failure. Fear of, I don't know, on the other side of having products and all of that, how do I manage my business after that? Because I'm not good with computers and spreadsheets and all of that. And how am I going to deal with that? And am I going to fail? And so that's what gets me is fear of failure.
Right. Right. Well, it's a very common one, Gail, and you know enough about yourself to know that that's something that's shown up. So little wins, right? Acknowledge the wins and keep building on that. That's beautiful. Thank you. Let's go to Adrian and then Obi and then the other Adrian. So Adrian and then Obi and then Adrian Gardner.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
My problem's completely different to what you're all saying. I've got 4 products and I've got them already on Amazon and all that. But the problem I've got with them is putting pictures with them, where you can get pictures, resize them in Photoshop, then put them on the back image. And because there's so much on the website, I cannot find a decent web page what will show me good backdrops, what I can add products to it to put them onto Amazon. Has anybody got ideas what a good website would be to get good sharp pictures of things where I can add my products to? And that's the issue I've got at the moment.
Sure. So you remove backgrounds with clippingmagic.com.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can go to Pixabay and get free, art or photos. Pixabay. Yeah.
And I was talking about, listen to all the other people saying they're worried about the product they're going for. My tip to them is if you like a product, whether it will sell on Amazon or not, look at different types of keywords, which describes your product, but there's not many searching for it. That's how I've done my 4 products. I've got a list of 40 products and I've picked 4 products, and some of them are quite competitive on there, but I found keywords where you put this keyword in and there's not many competitive, but it's still the item what I'm selling. And I've been looking at all sorts of different keywords, what's not many keywords, what people's putting onto Amazon, but they're looking for, and that's how I've been doing my products.
Okay.
We did a whole session last night on keywords.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 products ready to go on Amazon. Well, they're on Amazon now. I'm just doing update and all that. And I've just swapped and changed keywords and put them into all my description where not many people's looking for it, but it's still that product. And that's how I've done it. But that's the issue I've got.
So the main challenge then is photography and
yes,
and keyword research.
Yeah, no, just photography. Getting photography.
Apparently, Shutterstock has got. If you sign up, you get some free ones at the moment.
What's that called?
Shutterstock, I think.
Yeah.
Shutter. Like in the camera shutter.
Oh, Shutter.
Yes. And when you're saying about clear pictures. In fact, actually, when you're taking a photograph, quite often you want your main thing, which say for instance it's in a kitchen, you know, the lifestyle, and you've got your nice cups on the side of your kitchen. You want your cups to be in focus and the background slightly out of focus, so you can still see it's a kitchen, but it shows up your item a lot better.
Well, I've done my photography is pretty good because I've done myself. The issue I've got is putting my photography to backgrounds, what suits my product. So, for example, cups what you're on about, cups you're on about.
Just remember, it's got to be white background.
Yeah, no, me products, photos are perfect. They can't be any better. It's just trying to find a background on the internet to add my images to it.
Hey, Adrian, can I jump in? John, can I jump in? So on Fiverr, there are plenty of resources for photographers that if you already have some basic white background images, that through Fiverr, you can send those photos to people that then will do all the Photoshop work and overlay them on lifestyle images for you.
All right, thank you. And that's Fiverr.
Yeah.
F-I-V-E-R-R. 2 R's.
Thank you very much.
Right.
That would be very useful. Thank you.
That's beautiful. So Adrian learned about Pixabay, Shutterstock, Fiverr. There's also the Envato marketplace for graphics. Anyway, go check out Graphic River. Let's go to Obi and then Adrian Gardner and then Phyllis. Obi's got the floor, please.
Closing.
Obi. No Obi. Hello. All right, let's go to Adrian Gardner. Adrian, the other Adrian's got the floor. Go ahead, Adrian.
Hey, John, how are you doing?
Good.
Oh, there's so much to comment on today. It's been a great call again. Great call. Thanks
you,
very
brother.
much.
And thank you for all your input that you give me on the side.
No, it's a pleasure, John. I think this call is so valuable for everybody. It really keeps us all going and it keeps us moving forward. And I think that's the key thing so that we don't drop by the wayside. It really inspires you every day to have a go and get on with it. There are a few course items to comment on, but the first one was going back to Jamie saying he had a busy day. I've got exactly the same problem. It's how best to organize a day when you're working full time, and how do you time block? Should you time block? How most efficiently to do that so that you're using part of your day in 1 unit, 2 units. Ideas really on making a good day, as you say, not multitasking in a distractive way, time blocking. We've been hearing on the course about 1, 3, 5 plans, 1 big thing, 3 small things, 3 medium, 5 small things a day, targets, just ideas around those things would help enormously, I think. And then on the course, a few things that were said, innovation from Tony. On that, it's crucial because what the course is saying is, look, don't innovate in the wrong way. It's trying to teach you not to lose a lot of money by taking big risks. So we're learning in all those modules about how to identify demand. So the innovation isn't in the demand. And I think Adrian mentioned this a minute ago. You've got to make sure that through the search volume and the revenue that's being earned, that the demand is there. So don't innovate the demand. That's not what the course is going to teach you. What the course teaches you is innovation in the unique selling point. So once you've found the demand, how are you going to get onto page 1 and stand out? That's where the innovation is. So what Sophie is saying to us is don't take big risks and try and create a new product and create the demand. You're then trying to make the market. That's where you can lose your shirt. And Sophie's saying, don't do that. And she also says, in terms of capital and the fear point that came up from Teresa, don't start big, start very small with the minimum order quantity you can get away with, the lowest minimum order quantity. Do some small ones till you get the knowledge and the confidence. Don't risk your shirt, don't take big chances. So you really don't need a lot of capital. She's saying, a couple of $100 for a small launch, go as low as you can. And that's come out in a lot of the calls we've had with Sophie. I think those were the main points, other than to say, as we mentioned Fiverr, anyone that's worrying about how to follow up on business issues they're not confident, there are lots of virtual assistants out there who sell their time, and that's how they make their living. So they will do any of these tasks for us, and you can find thousands of them on Upwork and Fiverr. And again, all that Sophie's saying in some of the modules about this is don't outsource the wrong things that you should be controlling. Control your supplier, control the key relationships, but everything else, if you can, outsource it as much as you can, because it then saves your time for doing business. Anyway, sorry, but gone on a bit too long there, John, but those were the points that struck me.
Fantastic. And I'm seeing a lot of insights that were received by people from your sharing. Thank you so much, Adrian. I see only 2 more hands up. I thought I had 3. Regina and Joe, and then Roberto. And then I guess we'll wrap up for today. Regina and Joe.
Yeah, hi, John.
Hey.
Yeah, the biggest thing I have is that like Gail was saying earlier, the overcome the fear of failure. You know, I had a very successful business some years back when I retired, but afterwards, you know, I just got, you know, scared of really something that I wasn't familiar with, you know, as far as like getting into anything, because, okay, well, I don't know enough about it, and I didn't pursue saying, okay, no, I can do this, and actually find out what the stuff is so I can complete it. But that's what I'm trying to get into the process now of trying to, you know, no matter what it is, if I have a fear of something, I want to, you know, be able to find out what that is, complete it, and then step forward from that. And that's one of my, you know, one of my goals, one of my whys to get, you know, to get going from that.
So clear targets.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Confucius say, man who shoots at nothing, sure to hit it. So we got to have a clear target. Very good, brother. Thank you. Let's go to Roberto. And then I see Phyllis's hand is up. Hey, Roberto.
Hey, John. I'm going to make it nice and short. If I can solve how to fully control my thoughts and emotions to have a better sense of clarity, that would definitely help with my self-doubt and the fears.
Okay. So controlling your thoughts and your emotions.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, sign me up for that. I've been working on that for decades, man. I'll let you know as soon as I get it. Good stuff. Yeah, we're all working it. That's the personal development stuff that
Yes.
has been brought up several times. So thank you for those insights, Roberto. Yeah, we're all working on it together with you. Phyllis, you've got the floor. Then we're going to go ahead and wrap up.
All righty, I'll make it quick as well. I think this falls under personal development. I tend to be the rock of the family and friends and so on, and I have a bad habit of not being able to say no. So if somebody needs a shoulder, if someone needs me to do something, if they need support, whatever, I'm always there because they've always been there for me when I had issues, so to speak. So I find that gets in the way of doing business. And I have to figure out how to say no or not have as much compassion. And I'm starting to read a book about the art of not giving a F-U-C-K. I don't know if you've read, but it tries to keep you focused on your area of domain, what you have control over, and not to worry about everything else. But it's hard when you care. And that's my biggest dilemma. How do I say no to these folks that don't take advantage of me, that truly need someone, and I'm it?
Right. Yeah. You can't be all things to all people all the time at the detriment of your own purposes in some cases. So yeah, we're back to a time and activity management, really role management. What is my role in this or this or this, right? Kind of Steve Covey-esque, right? For those of you who've read The 7 Habits.
Yes.
Yep. Good stuff. And yeah, plenty of work to be done there. My friends, thank you for sharing. I think we all got very open here today, and I've got lots of ideas on things that I can do to help continue to foster, what we've got working on here of you all being successful and happy Amazon sellers, which is the main intent. So just thanks. Thank you all. We're going to get back here tomorrow. I hear a couple of commentary. Are we all good? Are we good to wrap up for today? We're already an hour and 9 minutes in.
Thank you, John.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Let's have more fun. In the meantime, have a big day, okay?
Good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.